Poppin' T Squad, it's me Keisha, and I'm here with tonight's All Tea All Shade Marriage Boot Camp Hip Hop Edition Season 19 Episode 4 review. Okay, you guys, so on tonight's episode, we start off with Mariah Lynn having a meltdown at the start of the morning. She's complaining about not being around her family, her legs and her body hurts, and Rich is just laying there with that bewildered look on his face as always, like he don't know who she is, where she came from. Like they didn't come on this trip together. Then we see Kay, Michelle, and Caston in the bedroom dressed for the day, and she's laying in the bed and she's texting him while they're in the same room because she doesn't want the audience and the cameras to know what she's texting him about and what her grievances are. So little does she know that there's cameras all around the room and they know exactly what is being said via text message. And basically she was just saying to him that what was she saying? Like she don't know why things are the way they are, why he don't care about her, and she want him to care about her, and a bunch of soft nigga shit. Then we see A1 and Lyrica in the room. A1 tells Lyrica, we see them in the kitchen, and A1 tells Lyrica that no matter what, him and their son will always be there for her. And she like, really? And he was like, yeah, like no matter what, even if you with somebody, I'm with somebody, I'm always gonna be here for you. And she kind of laughed it off, like, because she don't believe really anything that he has to say at this point, and she's not trying to take his words at face value, because I feel like she feels if she does, that will result in her getting her feelings hurt again. So then we see Dr. Ish sit down and talk to Gangsta Boo and Emmett about what happened the previous night when she went and got him from the hot tub and basically scolded him and treated him like he was her child instead of her man. And she's very controlling when it comes to him. And Emmett tells her, I feel like you talk too much about the relationship. And she starts to cry. And I'm like, oh, real thugs do cry. Oh, there is a heart inside of that tin man. And we finally get to see a softer side to her. And you can tell that there are some insecurities there on her part. I don't know if it's a thing where she feels like if she don't keep an eye on him, he might stray or find somebody else. I don't know, but there's a lot of insecurities there on her end. So then everybody meets up with Dr. Ish in the living room, and they are given a gift. And in the gift boxes, they are given these blinged out watches, but little did they know at first that these watches actually sting you. So each of the couples are given remote controls separately to use to sting each other if they feel offended, hurt, or angry by, their partner's actions throughout that day. Lyrica decides to ask, can they make a game out of it? And Dr. Ish was like, girl, no, just do what I told you to do. Y'all go on ahead about y'all day as normal. And she was like, okay. I don't know why she didn't really want to participate in the real way. I don't know. It's because at this point she really didn't give a fuck, and she wasn't really trying to work on things with A1. But everybody else at that point, was there to do what they needed to do as far as their relationships. I, however, loved K. Michelle's outfit on this episode. I loved her little yellow crop top and her little yellow tennis skirt, socks, and shoes. I'm going to have to recreate that look because I loved it. I did notice a difference in Caston's face. I don't know if that nigga did some type of scrub overnight, but his skin looked so much better. And he was kind of giving me a Rocky Road version of John Legend. So, Caston says to K. Michelle, if they can't check back and get back to where they used to be as far as their relationship is concerned, that they need to go their separate ways. She doesn't respond. Like, she just sitting there on mute because you can tell, once again, she didn't want the world to know her real feelings and how she be low-key simping for that nigga. So he was like, you just gonna sit there and she doesn't say anything, so he zaps her ass. Lyrica, however, is still on playing this damn game that she came up with. And I'm like, girl, sit your ass the hell down. This is not about you. And she even said out her mouth, like, I could be a therapist. I feel like I can help everybody here. If you could help everybody, you wouldn't be in the predicament that you're in right now. Have several, sis. This is not your show. So some reason these fools decide to go along with her and play anyway. And I'm like, didn't y'all hear this man tell y'all to go about y'all day as normal? So they all sit down in the living room and Emmett kicks shit off and he says to K Michelle, you know this dude loves you, right? And she was like, not really. He doesn't show it. And she starts to cry. And I was like, the game ain't even been going 5 seconds and somebody is crying. You should know at this point to abort mission. So she crying, and Dr. Ish and Judge Tola are watching from, the camera room. And Dr. Ish was like, Lyrica sitting here playing Queen Bee while judging everybody else. She and A1 haven't budged each other at all throughout the day. Once again, I don't know why they weren't buzzing each other. I don't know if they didn't want to upset each other. They were just trying to keep it cool for the day. They didn't want to argue and fight. But Lyrica, however, had time to sit up here and play Iyanla or Dr. Phil, and I'm like, girl, you are not qualified at all, sis. So K Michelle walks off upset. Caston follows her, and Dr. Ish goes and talks to them, and he was like, she likes to show her pain in private, and K Michelle brings up working so hard to get where she's at, and how working so hard she missed a lot of key moments with her son, which any single mama who has been out here on the grind trying to make it could understand. Now, I didn't have that problem with my child, with my career. I still was able to be at home with Kyrese and raise him and spend time with him, and I didn't miss out on any important moments. But he has seen the grind and how hard that I work to provide the lifestyle that we have. So I understood where Kate was coming from, and you could tell she feels guilty. And she even said it, that she missed out on so much when it came to her son. That's why she does want a do-over, to get it right this time, because nobody was able to tell this girl that her career was going to go the way that it did. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly felt the same way. I was a teen mom. I had my son when I was 18 years old, and I always wanted another child because, especially when I was a young mom, I wish that I would have cherished those moments even more than what I did at the time. So I got where Kate was coming from, with her feelings, and she's basically on some, if you ain't serious about me, then let me go ahead about my life and do this shit by myself or with somebody else. Like, I ain't got time to be playing with you because I'm getting older, goddammit. So Caston then goes on to say that he's flown in a pandemic for her to do this IVF stuff. And Dr. Ish is like, is that what you want though? And if not, it's okay to say no. And Caston just sitting there with the dumb look on his face. And I'm like, exactly. Like, just tell this girl what it is. Either you want a family with her or you don't. Because he made a comment, I could co-parent with her. Like, no. Either you gonna be with the girl or you're not. Shit. So Mariah Lynn goes next while it's them and I think Lyrica and A1 still in the living room. And Mariah says, I don't like when we're not around each other because we don't trust each other. And Rich was like, I disagree. So this upsets her because he was basically saying, when I'm not around her, like, I don't give a fuck what she do. So of course that got her upset. And Rich in his confessional was like, he is annoyed with Lyrica in this damn game and how they should have been doing what the doctor said in the first place. And I was like, well, didn't nobody put a gun to your head until you played the stupid ass game? Because none of y'all listen. And who the fuck is Lyrica? So Mariah storms off. Rich then goes outside talking to Emmett, going off about Lyrica, switching things up. Well, y'all shouldn't have participated. Y'all shouldn't have participated in her foolishness because she was deflecting and y'all fell for it. So Emmett And Gangsta Boo was talking, and we learned that his mom and a few of his kids, because he has 3, don't really care for her. So she feels like he hasn't set boundaries with them. Like his kids shouldn't be in their business. And I agree that they should not be in their business. They shouldn't be speaking on their business, but at the same token, if this is my father and I see he's not happy, I am going to feel some type of way, especially if I'm hearing and I'm seeing things. At the end of the day, I know that my father is grown, you know what I'm saying? So it's only but so much I can do. But I just wouldn't fuck with her, period. If I just felt some type of way about her, I just wouldn't fuck with her at all. And Gangsta Boo comes across like she is very in your face and really just hell-bent on how she feels and nobody else. So I can see why the kids don't like her. She seems like she is a very abrasive person, and based off what we've seen on the show, she is very controlling, and don't nobody want to see no woman controlling a damn daddy and making him look like a pussy. So they began to argue back and forth in front of everybody, and she basically says to him that he acting up for the cameras, and he was like, I'll throw both of these cameramen in the pool and flip this table. I'm like, now wait a minute, sir. Like, what does the cameraman have to do with this? If anybody you should have been saying you was gonna throw in the pool, it should have been her ass. These cameramen ain't did nothing but stand here and do their goddamn job, sir. Now you are doing the most. Now he tells Emmett that of course he wasn't gonna do nothing, but like, the men ain't did nothing to you, or women, whoever was behind the damn lens. And I'm like, he low-key must be scared of Gangsta Boo ass, because he would literally have to put her over his shoulders and body slam her ass. So Rich then goes to Mariah, asks her, you know, like, what did he do to upset her to get her to walk away? And she was like, you make it seem like you're okay with me being hurt. And I'm tired of being hurt. I've been hurt my whole life. You know, she goes on to talk about how she was physically and sexually and emotionally abused growing up. And, you know, anybody that has gone through things like that, of course, are just tired. Like, you just want peace. You don't want all the drama and the, you know, trust issues and this, that, and the third to be hindering you. So he apologizes to her, and it seems like at that point they're able to start fresh and anew. And I don't know if they'll work out as a couple, but I low-key like Rich and Mariah together. It's just something about them that I actually like. So that night, all the couples go outside with Dr. Ish to do the shock obstacle course, where they got to walk through holding each other's hand and get through the whole course holding hands. If they unlatch their hands, they have to start all over again, and it's timed. So Dr. Ish calls up Rich first before they begin, and Rich goes on to talk about, you know, everybody not participating that day in the little shock exercise, and how basically the shit was whacking. It was getting on everybody's nerves. And of course Lyrica sitting up there with the screw face like what you say? So Dr. Ish then says that because of Lyrica and A1, the electricity on the obstacle course will be on max. And I was like, see, that shit ain't fair. But then again, it is fair, because these niggas decided to play along with her dumb ass, and now everybody done got in trouble because of her. So that shit reminded me of pizza day in school. Remember when everybody had to be good in class and the teacher ordered everybody personal pan pieces from Pizza Hut? I'm really sure of my age. And then one motherfucker fuck up and then everybody is done. Can't nobody get the personal pan pieces. Man, that shit used to piss me the fuck off. So Lyrica feels attacked, and I'm like, you shouldn't feel attacked, because your hard-headed ass think that you are the fucking counselors on the show. So her and A1 go first, and of course they end up letting go of each other's hands, so they got to start all over again, but they eventually get it done. K. Michelle can't do the drill because she recently had just her surgery on her body, because, you know, all the silicone shit going on with her. So Caston has to do it alone. Caston ass was getting ate the fuck up by them goddamn electricity cords and shit. Like, I felt low-key bad for him. He looked like a kid getting a whooping. K. Michelle was sitting there on mute in the beginning, not helping him, not encouraging him, but somewhere along the line she was able to start encouraging him and telling him how to go, and they got through it, and he actually got a really decent time. Gangsta Boo and Emmett then went, and of course Hush big strong ass took over, but with her taking over and being in control, they got it done in 7 seconds. So Judge Toller comes out, and Judge Toller says to Lyrica and A1, if you learn how to talk to each other, you won't have to keep going through the same obstacles over and over again. So A1 pipes in and was like, this is an obstacle course. I'm sorry, this is an issue because I want to have a game plan, but she's so quick to shut me down and say, all right, let's go do this. Let's just do it. And Judge Toller stops him and was like, you spend a lot of time criticizing her. He didn't agree with that. He was like, I'm just stating how she makes me feel. And Judge Toller was like, no, you're criticizing her. She was like, if she wants to be the mother of your son and the wife of a man she loves, she is worried and concerned and confused. If she has one bad blowjob, she's one bad blowjob away from you walking out the door and seeing another woman. And your son will be getting 1/3 of the mother he deserves. So Lyrica starts to cry because what she was trying to avoid all day, which was her emotions and feelings, bubbled to the surface, and she just fucking couldn't help it and just was a mess. So Judge Toller tells Emmett to stop walking away when he and Gangsta Boo get into it. Like, he got to stay there and fight and speak up for himself. She compliments Caston and K. Michelle for showing up that day and really putting the best foot forward. And she praises Rich for apologizing to Mariah Lynn during their conversation. A1 says, what did you get out of the situation? To Lyrica after the exercise, and Lyrica was like, I just want to be alone right now. So he was like, shit, I tried. Like, I don't know what the fuck else to do. She, however, in her confessional says that he getting on her nerves and she just ready the fuck to get out of there ASAP. So Lyrica asks the producers for her phone and to be demiked, and we overhear her saying that she thinking about just calling an Uber and going the fuck home because she already know how she move and she getting sick and tired. And I honestly wish she would have just left, because I feel like next week's episode, when her and K. Michelle get into it, is going to be her fault, because she was in her feelings and feeling some type of way and wanted everybody else to suffer. That's what I'm getting, those types of vibes. But I'll save judgment until next week's episode. Overall, tonight's episode was good. It wasn't great, but it was good. I'll give tonight's episode a B- C+. Let me know what you guys thought down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like, and subscribe. Remember, next month, you guys, I will be going on vacation for a week. I'll be in Vegas, and then I will be in Dallas, Texas. So that week, I still will have videos pumping out, but, reviews on the shows that I normally do at night, of course, will not be filmed. But yeah, I just want to give you all a heads up. I'll let you know the exact week next month that I'll be leaving for a week. So yeah, and I have another interview coming up soon with another Love and Marriage DC star, and I'm working on some other interviews and fun things for you guys. Once again, if you all have not checked out my 2 latest word search puzzle books, they are available right now at Amazon.com. One is titled Hip Hop Raised Me. It features every rapper that you can think of from the late 70s up until now. And then I have another word search book titled Luxury Labels that has every designer known to man from A to Z listed. And the further you get into the puzzle book, the harder the puzzles become. They both have answer keys in the back. They're both super fun and visually, aesthetically pleasing. So make sure you guys check out Hip Hop Raised Me and Luxury Labels word search puzzle book. The link is in the description. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.